Welcome to Realtor Therapy with Stef and Kel.
We're your hosts, Stephanie Campbell and Kelly Dugan, top producing agents with the Gold Group at Properties Christie's International.
With over $200 million in sales, we've seen it all. The wins, the losses, and the downright insane moments that come with being a realtor.
This podcast is your no BS, unfiltered look into the world of real estate.
Whether you're an agent needing a therapy session or looking to level up your game, we've got real stories, real problems, and real talk.
And hey, if you're a client, stick around. You might just pick up a few trade secrets.
Let's get into it. Hello.
Oh my God, we're so rusty.
I know, it's been a while. It's been at least 2 months since we've recorded, right?
Has it? I don't know. We'd have to look at the one I'm editing. I don't know. This had not been that long.
No, maybe not that long, but
it just feels like 2 months since I've seen
feels
you.
like a while. I know. Miss ya.
Missed you so much.
How's your summer going?
It's actually, you know what? My kids, I feel like have had the best summer. Like the
that's
best
great.
summer. Yeah.
Love that.
I know. So I mean,
mine's just been busy. I mean, it has been really crazy.
yeah, for you. Kelly's getting married October.
Yes, I am.
So for all of her fans out there, just
all the festives are starting, so it's going. Speaking of our fans, you guys, we actually have a sold out show today. We have
I was like, what sold out show?
Molly is our she's just like our right hand girl now, right?
Lady friend, Molly.
Yeah, she is like amazing with social media, just like the perfect young blood Gen Z person to have, and she is in the office with us. You want to just shout out and say hi, Molly? I feel like she's our producer.
She is our producer. We're gonna be like, Molly, pull up that stat.
Yeah, she's background. It is a good idea.
I know. I said like it's like Joe Rogan and
his name's Jamie.
Skinny Confidential, even who like I love that podcast.
Yeah. Just a thought, but yeah, I just want to let you guys know we actually had a real live show today.
Well, it's been a while since we've been here, so we wanted to kind of catch up and tell some fun stories that we've had lately. So we're gonna call this Summertime Stories.
Summertime real estate stories.
What's ChatGPT say is a good title? Yeah. Oh my God. The real estate market. Well, how is the market? Like, that is the number one question. Anybody that hasn't seen me for like 2 months will be like, so how's the market?
I know. It's like, I think of that one meme where it's like, everyone always asks, how's the market, but never how's the agent? It's like someone crying.
100%.
It's busy. I mean, I think if someone asks me that question, I'm just like, it depends on where you live and, you know, what you're selling and what you're buying, of course. But for the most part, I'm seeing it still be pretty consistent that like move-in ready, clean, well-maintained homes that are listed appropriately are going usually for more than what they're listing for if they're priced appropriately.
If they priced appropriately.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that I actually had a seller that wanted to list higher than what my suggested price was, which is fine. I always give them my disclaimer of like, hey, this is what I suggest, but ultimately you're the decision maker.
Yeah.
And then we went live and they were like, okay, let the games begin. I'm like, there's going to be no games for when you're pricing your home this high, but okay. Like, I mean, what do you do when people want to sell high?
Wait, did they go public?
Yeah. I told her. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy amount, but it was right. So I feel like that in certain price ranges,
what happened?
We just listed yesterday.
Oh.
In certain price ranges, I feel literally the difference of $15,000 can make or break you. Don't you? Like, I mean, especially if you're, because this is a townhouse. We're listing. Okay, I'll just say it. We're listing at, I'm not going to give the address.
Okay, sure.
You know what? Fine. I'll use fake numbers because you make me feel like I'm breaking the rules in this podcast all the time.
No, I just don't. I am paranoid.
I think you think.
Guys, first of all, I'm a little superstitious. A little bit.
Yeah.
Are you not?
We should. You know what? It shocks me.
This is a poll for the podcast.
Okay.
Molly. Poll question. We want to know for like, especially like our Instagram, if you're a realtor, are you superstitious?
I am.
Because like, think about all the things that we do okay, like the St. Joseph statues, like the amount of clients, like we're burying St. Joseph statues. And I have this cross necklace on right now. Literally said, I'm not taking this necklace off until I close one of these houses that I am very nervous about.
It's so, I mean, I am superstitious to an extent. It shocks me with how literal and black and white you are. Like you're very, I just feel like that you're not really a gray zone kind of, like you're just too,
person. Yeah, you're not gray zoned at all as a human. Ask any of my friends.
No, right. So, but I mean, I definitely am superstitious, but if I was that superstitious and that paranoid, what fun would this podcast be? Right?
I mean, you're right. You're totally right.
I mean, I think that you're the
one of the things that you want me to talk about today. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready.
I just, that's the point of this podcast. You just gotta put it out there. Okay, but back to what I was saying. This actually leads me. Should I tell the story about my one client that was like accepted something so low that I was like, what is going on here? Like, are you sick?
I mean, if you want, you say. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to talk about.
No, this is just like a crazy story in general. We listed. I suggested, I'm going to use random numbers just to be a nice little safe girl. I suggested a listing price of $475. And they were saying they wanted 500, and they wanted the list for 500, I should say. So again, I was like, okay, if we need to readjust the price in, a week and a half or what have you, just know that I'm warning you about that now. We can do whatever you want, but I think that's a little high. So we listed, she wanted to get up ASAP, and we actually listed on a holiday weekend. So I gave them my disclaimer of that. I'm like, there's a lot of people traveling this weekend, so maybe let's not expect showings to be busting down the door. Not to mention, I personally think we're a little bit high. So again, no one's going to be busting down the door. So we listed, and we only had I think we had 3 showings over the weekend. But one offer came in, I mean, so low. Again, I'm going to use, I guess, random numbers. $420. Okay. We were listed at 500, day 3 on the market. And so I think, me, I'm like, oh gosh, my seller's going to be so mad. And to me, I'm like, honestly, I don't even think it's worth countering. Again, I suggested 475. So I was like, hey, we got an offer. It's not a great one. I personally don't even think it's worth countering. We've been on the market for only 3 days, but let me know what you think, blah, blah, blah. And so casually she goes, why don't you come back and go back to them at 430? I'm like, what? Like, I was like, am I hearing this correctly? And I'm like, well, I mean, why don't we start a little bit closer to where we're listed? And then she was like, okay, 440. I'm like, let's go back at 450, I guess, at this point. If she just clearly wanted to get rid of it, but she didn't voice that to me in the beginning. And that's where I feel like I wish that she would have just been honest. Like, if she would have told me from the start, I'm looking to get 430 out of this, I would have made the best bidding war, got them the most, because that is significantly below market value. So I was a little bit like, why were you so adamant on listing higher than what I suggested, all for you to go ahead and accept this really low offer 3 days onto the market? So we ended up going back and forth. I actually ended up getting her $10,000 more than what she was originally going back to counter them, because she told me to counter a certain number, and I countered higher because it was that ridiculous. So we're under contract and we're closing next week, but I was just stunned. And I wanted to, the point of this story is be honest with your agent on what your goal is, because I guarantee you, if she would have been clear about that from the start, we would have gotten more than what we're under contract for.
Yeah.
Okay.
What other story do we have?
I could tell the one with mine, how we got, okay. I had a listing, and I think it's a great listing. Great school district, great location, all the things. We listed at $350, which I thought was perfect. And this is a price range, and this is an area, and this is a school district that gets multiple offers. So we listed on a Thursday. I'm not kidding you when I tell you we had 15 showings over the weekend, and we only got one offer at list price at $350. So of course we took it. We go under contract. A little bit of mold was in the attic, and buyer freaked out, yada, yada. She canceled the deal. So my clients got the mold remediated, and we went back on the market for the same exact price. Mind you, this is a 12-day difference. So we went on the market, had all those showings. One offer came in at list price. 12 days later, our deal canceled. We went back on the market for the same price of $350. Multiple offers, 6 offers, ended up closing at $370. I wish I could sit here and tell you the magic formula as to timing. Like maybe people happen to be traveling that prior week. Maybe, like, I don't know. But isn't that wild?
What was the week that you originally sold? What was the week that you... Oh, we got to look this up.
I'm going to look it up because
that is mind-blowing.
I know.
And that just goes to show you timing really is everything. That rarely happens, but...
It really does rarely happen, but it was just so crazy because I got a home sale contingent offer accepted for them too. So we were kind of like sweating when our deal fell apart.
Yeah.
And I suggested to them, I'm like, you guys, if we're trying to like really get aggressive here, we know how it went last time, blah, blah, blah. Why don't we just like drop it $5,000 going back on the market? And they didn't want to, and that was fine. But clearly we didn't have to because we got
and you
20,000.
Didn't drop it, right?
No, we went back at the same list price. I'm telling you, it was the weirdest thing.
That is nuts.
I know.
And it was where?
New Lenox Schools, but it was a Joliet address.
Wow.
I know. So
interesting.
Went contingent on May 14th.
Wow.
Canceled on May 29th.
Okay.
And then went back under contract for $20,000 over on June 2nd. That's so literally activity, all the activity in 3 weeks.
But the thing is that doesn't make sense to me statistically. Is statistically speaking, don't things like when you go under like closings in June? Can you pull up InfoSparks?
Yeah.
Because that will really tell us. No, go to tools.
I'm trying to get used to this new MLS form.
Would it be in there under more?
I don't know if the podcast is making this lag, but I'll come back to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought that was really crazy. And I just said to Stephanie, I was like, I want to share that on the podcast because, again, we clearly weren't overpriced. And when we were getting all those showings the first time and no offers, it was the weirdest thing. And usually that does point to price. Usually if you're getting a ton of showings and no offers, it usually does, to me, point to price.
Well, and the funny thing is like April is like supposed to be your best month to list, like April, May, your best,
right?
Because I'm thinking about when I sell my own house. Even
I know. Am I selling that house for you?
Probably. So I don't like really freak out on somebody. A couple of crazy things happened.
Yeah,
recently.
tell your story.
Oh my God, I'm laughing at the feedback on the canned chicken. First of all. I'm like getting it like on my watch right now.
You guys, Stephanie got these magnets. Well, we send out Bears magnets to our mailer or to our sphere every fall. And I come to the office today. She's like, check out my magnets. Like there's a recipe on the back. Let me know what you think. And it was canned chicken as the ingredients.
I obviously did not write the recipe.
I would get new magnets.
I mean, I'm not throwing those away. I made a PSA announcement. Hopefully that's enough. But anyway, back to story time.
All right, go ahead.
So, oh my God, my stomach hurts actually like telling the one.
You haven't told me this story yet.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm nervous. One of my good friends were selling a condo in the city. Okay. Doing the showing. It's the first week on the private network, mind you. And showings walking in, the HOA president is in the hallway and he sees who's walking in. Okay. For the showing.
Okay.
Anyway, had the showing, and I could tell that like the HOA president kind of looked at him like a second time, like
recognized him a little bit.
I didn't know. I just noticed that he like lingered to look at him. Right.
Okay.
Showing went well. They end up submitting an offer, full price. Everything's good and gravy, whatever. Then the HOA president reaches out to the unit owner and is like, hey,
your client.
My client saw you had showings today, recognized one of the people. I hope that's not who you're selling to. Okay.
How old is the HOA president and how old was this?
Like
I'm just trying to put
ish, like, I don't know,
okay.
40. And he recognizes him from a trial.
I'm listening. I gotta get my water.
What?
My throat is dry.
I wish I had my phone to look up the information because I can't share it about the person. But this person basically...
Why can't you share it if it's public record?
I'm not going to share who the person's name is.
Well, not their name, but what they did.
Okay. They went to jail for murder.
How did the HOA president recognize them.
He recognized him from the trial. Yes.
What? Was it like a big Chicago trial?
He was like friends with his friend or knew his friend or something. And so like remembered the trial happening. Recognized him. He got acquitted.
Like first degree? Like what did we know the story?
Honestly, I don't know the story. Didn't look into it. Like I read the Wikipedia thing because the link was sent to my client from the HOA president. Okay. It's only a 4-unit building, mind you. Like it's a small building. Okay. Oh, God, I'm really nervous.
What are you nervous about, that he's going to come after you?
I don't know.
That you're next on his list?
No, so he got acquitted.
Okay.
He got acquitted. Anyway, he spent 2 years in jail. I don't know if it was a mistrial. I don't know whatever. He's innocent. Okay.
He is innocent?
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. Well, why is it? What's the issue then?
So, but the HOA, I mean, I'm assuming he's innocent, right? Like,
yeah.
How do we know? I wasn't there. But the HOA president freaks out, threatens my seller to basically be like, I don't want you to like go back on the market. Do not accept this guy's offer.
So is that running to fair housing?
I would say it is.
It's got
a fair housing issue, right? My client, of course, said like, absolutely not. First of all, like he was acquitted. He's innocent, like,
right.
Like, no. And the HOA president threatened to sabotage the deal. Okay.
That's not even like allowed.
I know. So my client was kind of like buzz off. They get in an argument. Okay. Now, fast forward. This unit is meticulous. Like meticulous. Couple things wrong on the outside. Like the sidewalk is wonky on the side of the building.
Okay.
Like I'm telling you minor shit.
Okay.
Okay. The deal ends up canceling because of inspection issues with the HOA, they're saying. And we're like, what is such a big deal? We even offered like double the amount of money.
Did the HOA reach out to them directly?
So the plot thickens. My client walks in on other people in his building having a conversation. Okay. And he hears them say, because like he also noticed that they Facebook requested each other or something. Like became Facebook friends during
the HOA president and the murderer?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, alleged, right? Alleged.
All right, it's the easiest. It's the easiest reference.
So
alleged.
So he notices that, and then, obviously the HOA president threatened him, and then they cancel because of the inspection items. But it was so weird because, like, why would you? There was nothing wrong.
There's
nothing really wrong. And my client walks in on 2 of the unit owners in the building chatting, and he goes like, the same day they canceled, first of all, we were waiting on the HOA president or somebody in the building to sign a disclosure that we would send to the other party, right?
Okay.
The day that president finally signs the document is the same day that the buyer cancels, okay? My client walks in on them talking, and he goes, I thought he was going to buy it anyway, is what he heard them say. Meaning, like,
he did something to sabotage it,
yes,
and
how we took it was that guy, the HOA president, reached out and said there's probably problems with the building, and the buyer said he was going to buy it anyway, right?
So did you ever get to the bottom of it?
No, not yet.
Mm-mm. Are you going to? I would ask the agent. I would say, hey, like, did anyone reach out to you?
The agent is the wife of the guy.
Of the murder?
Of the alleged.
Stop.
Yes.
Okay, well, why don't you ask the agent? Like, hey, can you give me a little more clarity here as to what happened? Why don't you ask?
I know, but...
And that's shame on the HOA president, because especially if he's alleged. I mean, what if the guy...
you mean innocent? Like,
yeah, especially if he's alleged. especially if he's innocent. That's kind of rude.
Oh, I mean, we were saying, like, can you imagine this poor guy, like, goes through his whole life and, like, people are like, ooh, what if?
I know.
That's a terror. I mean,
I know. I would move away.
Actually innocent and have something like that happen to you would be, like torture.
Yeah.
Torture.
Oh, I bet. It's so, so we haven't even closed yet. We're closing in a couple weeks, but we got an offer, a full price cash offer for one of my listings, listed for $625. And they just, the way that they sent their proof of funds was basically this buyer was getting a huge settlement from some wrongful death case, and like put it, you know, in the email that he was like going to get like $4 million and everything. That was their proof of funds.
Yeah. And
I Googled him, the name, and it was like drug bust in Crestwood, like, you know, and he was, you know, not really went down the right path. And there was a lot of stuff on Google, but at the end of the day, and my client, he actually Googled him first. That was why I did. Cause he's like, did you put
Google
him for
a warrant?
Yeah. Same thing showed up. Cause he's like, I Googled him, which I'm sure if you're selling your house and you see whoever's on that contract, you're probably looking them up on Facebook or Google.
Right.
But yeah. And it was like, you know, this big drug bust apparently. And, but my seller's like, I don't care if he wants to give me full price cash for my house. Like, I don't care who buys it. But some people would be very like, no, like I'm not selling my house to, you know, especially if like they're close with their neighbors or something. Like I've had clients try, and I have to explain fair housing in that instance. Like I've had clients try to explain to me like their ideal buyer. And it's just like, you can't control that. Right. You know, if someone's willing, if someone's willing and qualified and they want your house, like, move on, go to your next house and say bye-bye to your last house, basically.
Right. I know. I was like, do you think we get into village inspections now, or is that part of Summertime Stories, or do we want to?
We could do village inspections. I just had a really, really annoying deal with village inspections. I'm assuming you did too, because you're the one who suggested the topic.
I know. I was just wondering, is it too short to do a whole?
Probably. Yeah. Why don't we wrap this one up and we'll talk about village inspections next week, guys.
This is just a little teaser for village inspections.
And they're awful.
They're awful. And that's why we're going to tell you about them next.
Okay. Toodles.
Bye. That's a wrap on Realtor Therapy with Stef and Kel.
If you loved what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media.
Got a wild real estate story or a topic idea?
Drop it anonymously in the form in our show notes. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep hustling, stay sane, and remember,
we're all in this together.